All right, man. I was listening to First Take this morning a little bit on YouTube. Listening to them this morning, and they was talking about what was it? Yeah, it was First Take. It was the first segment where they was talking about Aaron Rodgers this morning. Excuse me, and they was saying that it would be disrespectful to call Aaron Rodgers just a great regular season quarterback. I don't think it's disrespectful because it's true. Well, I don't want to disrespect Aaron Rodgers like that and say he's just a great regular season quarterback. And I be finding it funny when they don't have a problem disrespecting certain people on these platforms, but then again, you know, there's an issue with disrespecting other people. It's you know, they don't care about disrespecting other people. You know, and I don't think Aaron Rodgers is above that criticism. What has he done? He had one hot playoff run. That's it. You got to remember that playoff run that he had. Shout out to NFL playlist, by the way. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Shit, dislike it if you don't like it. But you got to remember that playoff run that he had. You know, they was like an 8-8 or something like that football team, 9-7 football team. And the Lions had knocked out Aaron Rodgers at Ford Field that year. He had a concussion, took a couple games off or something like that. And they hit their stride. You know, he was rested. He came back. James Stark started running the football. The defense came together. They beat Philadelphia in the first round of the wild card. Went to Atlanta, beat Atlanta, and they beat Chicago. The only reason they did beat Chicago is because they barely beat them was Caleb Heineke, whatever his name. Haney was the quarterback, and Jay Cutler was on a bike. So they barely did that. They beat Pittsburgh. So that was his one hot playoff round. Think about all the failures that he had, you know. Kind of think about Peyton Manning. You know the difference. They made sure Peyton Manning got multiple Super Bowls because what his daddy went through. That's a fact. They made sure. You know what I'm saying? And Peyton Manning every year would go there. I think he lost to Miami one year. I mean, Peyton Manning was doing all type of people. Pittsburgh. I think they might have lost Cincinnati one year. I could be wrong about that, but Peyton Manning wasn't a great playoff quarterback at all. He was a great regular season quarterback. He was a cool playoff quarterback. You think about their Super Bowl run, you know, their defense when they stepped it up. And he ran into Chicago Bears and Rex Grossman. His second playoff run, he ran to New Orleans Saints, threw a pick six to end it. And then the one in Denver, you know, he was a game manager. I ain't mad at him. He was old as hell. So, you know, then you look at Aaron Rodgers. He had the one great run. You know, and so many mishaps. When they up by like double digits or a number of points to Seattle and they lost in like 3 or 4 minutes. I mean, Kaepernick running over them, losing at home to the 49ers. I mean, you could just keep going on and on into the losses the disappointing losses they had. Then they lose to the Giants. No, they beat the Giants that year. They might have lost to that was Brett Favre. But yeah, they beat the Giants one year. But yeah, you know, in the playoffs, he's sorry as hell. No matter Devontae Adams, Christian Watson, you know, Donald Driver, whoever it may be, he's not a great playoff quarterback. He's not even that. You know, he might be slightly above 500. But he's a terrible playoff quarterback. And he's a really good regular season quarterback. He's like the Peyton Manning in his era without the Manning last name. The Manning last name was what got Eli from San Diego to New York. You know, the Peyton Manning, you know, the Manning last name was they made sure Manning, and I like Manning. They made sure Manning won multiple Super Bowls. That's what he don't have. And he don't have a personality, or he's not as likable as both of those guys. But they made sure they daddy went through in New Orleans that, you know, he repaid him through his son. He didn't have that behind him. Neither did Marino. He went 1 year, his first year, never went back again. Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal regular season quarterback. When it comes to the playoffs, there's a number of the quarterbacks you'll rather have, even right now. Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, you can name them on and on. Tom Brady. It's a number of quarterbacks right now. He wouldn't be the number one playoff quarterback right now. He won't. Him and Joe Burrow been to the same amount of Super Bowls. And Joe Burrow going into, well, after year 2, him and Joe Burrow has been to the same amount of Super Bowls. And Joe Burrow didn't have a team set up for success as Aaron Rodgers did. Brett Favre said, I was surprised that they didn't win sooner with that team. And it must be said, Aaron Rodgers is a phenomenal regular season quarterback. He's a okay to the bad playoff quarterback. And, it is what it is. Y'all want to say, well, Green Bay didn't do enough to support him. People, you can say that about Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. You can say that about Corey Dillon. You can say that about a number of guys. Randy stuck in Oakland. You can say that about a number of guys that could have been the cream of the crop in the NFL. Warren Sapp could sat there and rotted in Tampa Bay, but they got it together. That wasn't a hotbed for guys. You can say that about a number of guys. Jimmy Smiths in Jacksonville, the Fred Taylors in Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? That, you put them in a different market and they shine. You can say, well, if you put Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh, yeah, it'd probably be phenomenal. No doubt about it. And Patrick Mahomes, did he luck up and go to a team, but that was set up for success? And Alex Smith is taking the, yeah, but so did Aaron Rodgers. That team wasn't that bad. That team was really good when he got there. He just had to go through his lumps. When it comes to the playoffs, they lost to Arizona that second year. I think he was the quarterback. I mean, they went through their lumps. As much they salivate and they love over him and they have this love affair with him, every year he disappointed in the playoffs. Every year. And Sunday night versus Detroit and Sunday Night Football, check out my Detroit channel, by the way, Motor City Sports Talk. That is what Aaron Rodgers is in big games. That's what he is. That's who he is in big games. He's a guy that continuously comes up short in the games of that magnitude. I'd rather have Eli in a winner-take-all game. I'd rather have Eli. Shit, I'd rather have Peyton Manning than Aaron Rodgers, honestly, in a winner-take-all game. If we be in 100, I'd rather have Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather have Peyton Manning. Jake Delhomme got hot for a stretch. Kerry Collins got hot for a season. The difference is Aaron Rodgers has been great throughout the regular season. He's phenomenal numbers, great arm talent. But when it comes to the playoffs, none of that matters. He had one magical season at quarterback in the playoffs, and that's it. A bunch of disappointment. So no, it's not disrespect. It's a fact. And I find it funny how they don't have a problem disrespecting certain guys in the media, but but it's okay. They don't have a problem disrespecting certain guys. Other guys they put on a pedestal who don't deserve it. I understand not disrespecting Tom Brady, not disrespecting LeBron James. We start talking about Aaron Rodgers, he's not on that level. Hate to say it. And there's no ill will intended, but it's just being real. But hey, check out the NFL playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, everything there. It's the first link in the description. Peace.